What's up, everyone? My name is Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel. Today is May 31st, the first day of Queer Lit Readathon, and I've decided to vlog this week just because. This is the first time I'm vlogging Queer Lit Readathon, but I think the third time I've participated, and this is just like a good excuse to spend a week recording and talking about all the queer books I'm reading. I have quite a TBR stack, but I did a whole video on my TBR, so I'll just link that over there if you want to see everything in advance. Today, what did I do today? Oh my god, I can't even remember. It's like 6 in the evening, I think. I'll probably be getting dinner soon, but I've been inside all day, just cleaning up around the house, doing laundry and shit like that, getting ready to go back into the office. My office opens back up tomorrow, so I am working in the office 2 days a week now. Now that it's open, we're perfectly capable of working from home, so they're just like easing us back into it, I guess. So I have to like get all my shit together for that, pack a lunch, put all my work stuff in a bag and get it ready. So I've been doing that, and let's see, also getting ready for school. I'm starting a online class tomorrow, or 2 online classes really, for literature, but I had to do some prep work today for it's children and young adult literature, and it's going to be a super fun class. So I went through the whole reading list options, and there's like different sections throughout the semester, and each one has a reading list, and you choose 3 of the books. So that's what I did today. I went through them and I bought some of the books, put some on hold at the library, made a book outlet purchase. Some of them were school books, but then it was like, if you spend $35, you get free shipping. So I bought some fun books too. Like, let's see. There's a book that Reads with Rachel did a whole video on, comparing using the book to compare The Handmaid's Tale to real life, and it was called The Girls Who Went Away, and Book Outlet had that in stock for like $5, so I snatched that shit up. But yeah, since I've been stuck inside all day, I decided I would come out here. It's like 70 degrees, it's sunny and beautiful, and I'm just gonna chill and read for a little bit. I'm starting with Check Please Volume 2 because, man, I have been reading some depressing shit. Last night I finished Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, and that book is really dark. And just today I finished So You've Been Publicly Shamed by John Ronson, which isn't like a dark book, but it covers some heavy subject matter and public shaming, and it was, not a happy read by any means. So yeah, I need some happiness in my life. We're gonna read Check Please. After this I don't even remember. I keep my to-do list on my phone, and then I film on my phone, so I have no idea what else I have to do. Finish getting ready for work. I'm supposed to film a wrap-up, but I don't know if I'm going to get to that today. It might have to be tomorrow. Oh, also, I am doing a video chat with my family tonight, so that'll be a fun break. Okay, I'm going to get started on Check Please Volume 2. Just realized I haven't told you anything about this book, but it's the second in a series, so I can't get too into it. But basically the main character is Biddy, and he is going to college on a hockey scholarship, even though he started as a figure skater. And it's just him making friends on the team, getting better at hockey, and there's like a romance with the hockey captain, and it's just really wholesome. It's just wholesome. Okay, jumping back in real quick interlude here to say that I originally had this book down as non-coming out story in my TBR, and boy was I fucking wrong. Like, I must have completely forgotten the first book didn't really have coming out at all. It was just Biddy figuring himself out and then starting a relationship, and this book is the coming out. So hopefully one of the other books on my TBR is a non-coming out story, because this one is definitely not it. up? It is Monday after work. I just finished filming my May wrap-up. It took forever. I think it was like 45 minutes of filming, but I'm probably going to be cutting out a lot of blank spaces and a lot of ums because I could feel myself saying it and trying to stop myself and it just wasn't working. So I've read quite a bit more of Check Please. It's very cute, but it's safe to say that I was completely wrong about this not being a coming out story. There's a huge part of this book. So I'm like looking through my week 1 reading list, and I think We Set the Dark on Fire is not a coming out story. So hopefully that will cover non-coming out square for Queer Lit Readathon. Can't believe I fucked it up that badly. Like, it's such a big focus. Right now, I have to do a bunch of boring shit tonight. Like, it's the first of the month, so I have to do my budget for the month and wrap up my budget from last month. That's boring. And then I have to do some homework stuff because it's the first day of school and I like to be ahead of things. So I'm going to try and get my first assignments done tonight and get some of my reading done. I already finished 1 chapter. So, but other than that, I think I'm just gonna read as much as I can. I'm hoping to finish Check Please tonight because it'll be like a good to finish 1 whole book. Oh my god, it's already day 2. This is not boding well for my weekly plans of reading because I have 4 books plus some ebooks. It's not looking great already. But you know, it was a busy day and I don't have to film. This is my filming for next week's video. So I don't have to film this weekend or anything or do any scripts or all that. So, oh my god, I've said so like 80 times in this update. I probably won't update again until tomorrow. And hopefully I have like actual reading to report. Alright, clearly I'm at the Wendy's drive, no, not Wendy's, I don't even know where I am. I'm at the Arby's drive-thru right now getting myself dinner because I got a HelloFresh box, but it hasn't been delivered yet and I'm not going to want to cook it when it gets here, so it's just easier to pick something up. I just picked up a bunch of books at the library for my literature course, so a bunch of them are like children's picture books and stuff. So it's not like super exciting for this channel. Most people that watch me, I assume, aren't looking for children's picture books. Let's see, update on reading. Last night I finished Check Please Volume 2 and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars, which is good because it was my 5-star prediction selection for Queer Lit Readathon. It was just so... It filled up my heart. It was just so sweet and wholesome, and like there are some hard things, but I don't know, the whole book is about like friendship and accepting yourself and like finding the power in being yourself, and I don't know, it's just so good. So today I started This Is What It Feels Like, which is the group read, and I'm really liking it so far. I really like the writing style. I'm not too far into the plot, but I didn't realize, I mean, I must have read it when I read the synopsis, but one of the characters is a mom. She's a teen mom, and that's not something I read about very often, so I'm enjoying it, and I really like the characters, and the writing is like very to the point. It's like short, punchy sentences, very direct, but I'm liking it. And I also started reading Unbroken, which is the anthology featuring disabled teens, and I've read 2 stories so far, and one of them was just okay. I didn't really get invested in time for me to form a good opinion, but the second one was really cute. It was called Brit and the Bite God. It was really sweet, fun story, like very cute and romantic, you know? So I'm looking forward to getting back into that one. While I finish sitting in this drive-thru, I'm going to read This Is What It Feels Like because I have the ebook. So I'll update you guys later. I had finished Check Please, but I don't think I ever explained what the books were about. So This Is What It Feels Like is the first one I'm reading, and it's a young adult contemporary following 4 perspectives so far. And I did say that I was really enjoying the writing, and I'm still really enjoying the book. I haven't gotten that far yet, but it's following these 3 teenagers who, like 3 teenage girls who used to be in a band together, and they had some sort of falling out a year or so ago, and I believe they're going to find out about like a new kind of music competition and then get the band back together. And you know, there's going to be some mending of differences and some ruminating on past problems. That's what I expect anyways, but I am really enjoying it. And then the other book I'm reading now is Unbroken, 13 stories starring disabled teens, and this is an anthology, so obviously I can't tell you about every story, but not all of them are queer, but I believe I'm reading a queer one right now. I'm only halfway through it, so I'm not sure. But so far I've only finished 2 of the stories, and one of them was, I gave it 2.5 stars. And the second one I really enjoyed, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5. So far it's middling, I guess. One was bad, one was good. I went to start my nonfiction pick for this readathon, which was Gender Rebels by Annika something. But it turns out that I fundamentally misunderstood the premise of the book, because with a name like Gender Rebels, I expected, you know, more about gender. But it turns out that Gender Rebels is just referring to women in history that have rebelled against the traditional gender roles of women. So that's not going to work for my nonfiction for Queer Lit Readathon, so I have to find a different nonfiction queer book, and I'm hoping I can find one that's an audiobook, since I don't have any audiobooks yet. It is, what even is today? Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow I have to go to the office again, so when I get home I have to like get all my shit ready for that, and pack my lunch and put my computer away and stuff. And then I have to do homework, which is not going to be too bad. Like, we're not even at anything difficult right now. It's just something I have to do. But then I'm going to read some more. I don't know what else I have to update you all on. I'm driving home from this just a little hangout with my family. So before this social distancing, self-isolation thing, I would go to my aunts, my great aunts, every Sunday morning with my like whole extended family. All of the aunts would get together, and like cousins and nieces and etc. So that stopped for a long time. So tonight we all went to my aunt's house for the first time. I've seen them the first time in like 10-ish weeks, I think, at least. So that was really nice. We were outside and spread apart, but it was like, I really needed it. And plus it was just nice to sit outside for a while. My backyard doesn't really have a patio or anywhere to sit, so when I go outside I just like lay on the ground. So it's nice to be able to like sit around a table and eat. Alright, my camera is about to run out of recording time, so I will update you all later. What's up? It is Thursday night. I'm like late. What time is it? 10:15. Just a little update on my reading from today. I didn't get a ton done just because I can't concentrate. I have no real excuse for it. But I am, oh shoot, I can't check. I think I'm like 29% of the way into This Is What It Feels Like, and it's really good. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up really liking it, so that's great news because I haven't read any more of Unbroken, even though I was like literally in the middle of a story when I put it down. But you know, that could just be because I'm liking This Is What It Feels Like so much. Today on my way to work, I started listening to an audiobook that I ended up DNFing. It was a new nonfiction pick that was available at my library, and it was called A Queer History of the United States. I did not get very far. I only got like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes into the audiobook, and I wasn't really feeling the narrator, so I looked it up on Goodreads, and the reviews weren't great. I think it was like 3.8 something, and all of the newer reviews, because the book was published in 2011, I think, the newer reviews pointed out how white-centered it was, and even in the introduction of the audiobook, the author said that he tried to stay true to the terminology of the time and not place labels on people, which is admirable, but sort of limits you from an inclusion standpoint. So I don't know. After reading those reviews and I wasn't really into the narrator, I just decided not to finish it. So I found a different nonfiction book, and it is called The Stonewall Riots, Coming Out in the Streets. And it's a middle grade nonfiction about the Stonewall Riots, and I'm super into that. But unfortunately, it's not an audiobook, so it's another ebook that I'm going to have to squeeze into this week. I'm going to have to do a ton of reading this weekend, but you know, that's fine with me. So right now, I am finishing up some homework. Well, not finishing it up. I'm doing a little bit more homework, and then I'm going to get ready for bed and hopefully get in some more reading while I fall asleep. And I'll update you tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have more to report than just like, hey, I read a tiny bit and it's good. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow. What's up? It is Saturday, late afternoon, kind of evening. I can't remember if I updated yesterday. I don't think I did, but today I finished This Is What It Feels Like by Rebecca Barrow, and it was really, really good. I think I'm going to end up giving it 4 stars. It's not like a new favorite or anything, but I really enjoyed it, and there were like some great friendship dynamics, and kind of what I predicted was like, you know, some healing moments and some coping with past trauma. It was just really good overall. I'm still at the same place I was in Unbroken, so that's what I'm going to read now. But I also started an audiobook, Labyrinth Lost, which I had on hold, and it finally came in. And I'm reading this one for the, I don't know how to say the name. It's Bibliophiles, but with like emphasis on the bi. So the whole point is to read books with bisexual protagonists. I'm 30% into Labyrinth Lost. It's only a 10-hour audiobook, so I listened to it all morning, like while I showered and got ready and did some cleaning and stuff. And I'm really enjoying it. It's very engaging writing and an interesting story. And I really like the characters. And the main character is a chaotic bi, if I've ever read one. But it basically follows this girl, Alejandra, who is a bruja and from a family of brujas. And now at 17 her powers have awakened, and she's supposed to have a ceremony to like strengthen her powers and also help control them, but she's decided that she doesn't want these powers and tries to do this counter spell to protect herself from these powers, and it ends up banishing her whole family to this other realm. So now she has to like team up with this random dude and try and save them with her very limited knowledge of how to use her powers. So I'm super into that one. I just realized today that Queer Lit Readathon technically ends today, which I kind of forgot about. I thought it ended tomorrow, so I'm not going to get my blackout, but I'm going to keep this vlog going until tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get a few more things finished. In addition to the audiobook, I also started A Little Light Mischief by Cat Sebastian, which is a historical female-female romance. I'm only on page like 20, but it's good so far. Very tonally lighthearted, even though some of the subject matter isn't super light, but I still think that will be like a refreshing read. Let's see, other than books, it's like 5:30 right now, so I should probably eat dinner soon, and I'm supposed to cook something, but I really don't feel like it, so I'm going to see if I can convince my boyfriend that we should just order pizza instead. It is super nice outside right now. It's like low 80s, super sunny and bright, barely any wind. It's like ideal laying outside and reading weather. I love it. I've been on Twitter a little bit the last couple days, and like earlier in this vlog, I talked about how I placed a book outlet order, and I am super regretting that now because they were really fucking racist on Twitter, and I don't know that I can return it. Like, their return policy is like, we take returns on a case-by-case basis. Please email us. And then like, I can't even, one of them I need for school, so I'll have to keep it. Otherwise I won't have a copy in time. And if I don't return that one, that means my order was under $35 and I won't get my shipping cost back. And then I also have to pay to ship the books back. Like, what a waste of fucking money. So that sucks. I don't know how this is just occurring to me, because I've been pretty vocal about it on Twitter and Instagram if you follow me on either of those channels. But just so you know, I'm clear about it on all of my channels. I wholeheartedly support Black Lives Matter, and I've been retweeting and sharing sources on Instagram and some content from Black creators that you should definitely check out if you have a chance. I'm also going to link a bunch of those same resources in the description box, so you can click on those. And I don't know, what else can I do? I'll link my favorite Black booktubers in the description box too, so go follow them. I mean, I'm following them, so their content is great. I also, of course, have more homework to do, so that's going to be my plan for later once I'm done reading and enjoying myself. Yesterday I filmed a clip of me reading and highlighting, and once I finished that chapter, I looked at my syllabus to see what else I had to do, and that wasn't even a fucking required chapter, so I just wasted a half an hour reading shit that I don't even need to know. Fucking annoying. Alright, now to read more of Unbroken, and I'll update you all later. Okay, another quick update. I just finished taking notes for This Is What It Feels Like my pros and cons that I'll cover in my wrap-up, and I have nothing negative to say and a shit ton of positive things, so I'm upping my rating from 4 stars to 5 stars. I really can't think of anything I didn't like so much that it affected my enjoyment. The writing was a little weird sometimes, there was a lot of interjections using parentheses that I thought was a little weird, but not so much that it affected me, so 5 stars it is. Also, I just cracked open a beer, and I'm gonna hang out outside until my pizza gets here, because I ordered pizza. So the beer I'm drinking is from Mad Tree. If you care about beer at all, this is me trying to describe this beer. It's from Mad Tree. It's called Shade. It's a blackberry tart ale with sea salt. I expected it to be like a sour, but it's really not sour at all. It's really good and kind of light and refreshing for an ale. And like you taste the sea salt right at the end. I'm not like an aficionado here, but it's really good and I like it. It is actually Monday. I forgot to film my little update and closing yesterday, so we're just going to do it today. It's not really that big a deal. Nobody cares. So I ended up finishing just one more book, and it was A Little Light Mischief by Cat Sebastian, and that was for my made-up category. I also started The Four Profound Weaves by R.B. Lemberg, which I'm only like 25% into it, and it's a novella, but it's really interesting so far. I can't say that I'm super, like, attached to the plot, but the world building is really interesting, and the characters, like, I want to know more about them. And it's also, like, I don't know that it's a diverse world, but our two main characters are both trans, and they're from, like, different cultures in the same region, where the trans woman is from a culture where it's perfectly normal and acceptable to change your body to fit your gender. They say like matching your heart or whatever. Cats, please. And the trans man is from a culture where it's not accepted. So they're both dealing with different struggles. The man more with how he's going to fit in and where he's going to belong as a man in his culture. And the woman's journey is more about, honestly, I don't even really know at this point. She wants to learn the rest of the profound weaves, which is like a magic system I don't really understand, but I'm pretty into it. I suggest if you're going to read this book, just like throw yourself into it and don't worry too much about understanding it at first. I've also finished, I think, 3 or 4 more stories from the Unbroken anthology, one of which I really loved. I think it was the first one I gave 5 stars. There was another one I gave 4.5 stars, though. Most of them are 3.5 stars, and 2 of them have been 2 or 2.5 stars. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the stories go and, like, what the overall rating is going to end up being. Always the struggle with anthologies. Like, how many of these can you really like? Just because, you know, they're all different authors, and they have such different styles, and it's not, like, I'm not going to DNF a 6-page story. That would be silly. So to wrap up how I did with my blackout, it did not happen, just to be clear. I technically only finished 3 books. I feel like oh wait, I forgot to update you on Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova, which I'm really loving. I'm listening to the audiobook for this one, and I'm 52% of the way through. It's like a portal fantasy. I already told you a bit about the plot, but I'm really loving the characters, and now we have this like bisexual love triangle going on, and I love it so much. I love all 3 of these characters and the way they interact with each other and the bickering. And I mean, I have to admit, a lot of the time I hate male love interests, but Nova is like growing on me. He's so cocky, but normally I hate that in my characters, but he's really pulling it off. He's making it work. Probably because he's so funny about it. Like, he's not being shy or coy about how great he thinks he is. And I just think it's funny and endearing. All right. So overall, for the challenges of my bingo board, I'll put it over here, I guess. For This Is What It Feels Like, I suppose that could be a backlist title because it's from 2018. It was the group read. Summer Vibes. It was It was definitely a non-coming out story, and that's it. I also finished Check Please Book 2, so that counts for Queer Sports and Graphic Novel and Host Rec and 5-Star Prediction. And then A Little Light Mischief by Cat Sebastian. That was my mystery category, which I chose historical romance. It also covered By Pan MC. One of the main characters expresses attraction to men and women. And that's it. Those are technically all the ones I finished. But to be clear, the only ones I have left are nonfiction, which I haven't even started, but I do have a book picked out for it, and I got it from the library, so I'm probably still going to read this month. Disabled MC, which is what the Unbroken Anthology is for. Rainbow Cover, which isn't really covered by any of my selections, I don't think. Not really. I guess A Little Light Mischief is mostly purple. So, yeah, I'm going to count that. And Female Over 40 would have been The 4 Profound Weaves, which I haven't finished yet. So overall, I think this was like a decently successful week. I definitely didn't meet my blackout goal, but I'm still happy with everything I read. So I guess I'm gonna wrap it up here. My battery's almost dead, so I don't really have a choice at this point. Like I said earlier, make sure you check out the description box for links to things you could do to support Black Lives Matter and all the protests happening right now. They literally only take a second. Protests only take like a few, or protests take a long time. Petitions only take a few minutes to sign, so do that. Make a donation if you're able. Go to a protest if you are so capable of that. Oh, and I'm also, did I already say this? I can't remember. I'm going to link my favorite Black creators in the description box too, and you should follow them because they make great content. And chances are the YouTube algorithm isn't showing them to you because racism, I guess. All right, that's all I got for this week. It was a lot of fun. If you participated, let me know what you ended up reading and if you met your goal. Did anyone manage to get a blackout? I'll be really impressed with you. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I post book-related videos every Wednesday. If you want to keep talking, you can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Kelsey Reads or Goodreads at Kelsey Lynn Reads. Otherwise, shit, did I forget something again? Otherwise, I'll see you next week.